What's poppin', people? My name is Duckhead, and today I have a little bit of a special edition of a comment counterattack. This video is going to be dedicated to me just responding to one comment. I made a video the other day talking about how I don't believe that the Dead by Daylight community is toxic, and this person, let's just say they really disagree with me, but I couldn't respond to them in text format. They said a lot of things, and I really wanted to get out in the video format, so I'm going to be responding to this person's comment in a video. If you do find this commenter, do not fucking harass them. If I see that you're harassing them, I will fucking block you from my channel. All right, don't do that. Just sit back and enjoy the show. All right.
I said, let him cook. Who's that?
I can tell you without watching the video, this is some high levels of copium you're feeling right there, my boy. Okay. So right now I'm instantly annoyed because it sounds like you haven't watched my video, but maybe I'm wrong. I'll keep reading. You say that there are some high levels of copium that I'm feeling right now. Okay, so that term is thrown around too much, and if you think that I'm coping, you're mistaken. Like, coping is when there's something is a certain way, right? And you can't fathom, you can't deal with it being a certain way so much so that you like try to make up excuses to make yourself feel better. I'm not trying to make up excuses about Dead by Daylight not being toxic just so I can fucking feel better about it actually being toxic. I'm not trying to do that, bro. I'm really not. Like, I don't care that much. I'm not coping about anything. So that's first of all. When one of the memes of the community is "fuck the next game, I'm abusing Memento," or "killers camping in most games in low ranks," that's not going to foster a healthy community. So right here, bro, when your argument is about a tool you can bring in a game or about a play style justifying the community at large of being toxic, then the community is not fucking toxic. Like, if toxicity is something that actually harms you, right? If a killer bringing a Mori harms you, like hurts your feelings, or if a killer camping you hurts your feelings, you're just soft. You're just fucking soft. I'm sorry. But you're fucking soft. Like, play styles and tools in a game that are like completely legal, they aren't toxic. They just aren't. I'm sorry that they aren't. Unless they're like exploiting something. Maybe you can make an argument that that's toxic. But bringing a Mori or camping people, that's not fucking toxic. It's not like Call of Duty is a fallacy. Yeah, the toxicity is not like the one in Call of Duty. And your point is, so like the reason that I see what you're trying to do, you're trying to like assert that I'm doing some kind of, I guess, false equivalence fallacy or something like that, which is a debate term or whatever. I'm assuming that's what you're trying to say. But the reason I brought up Call of Duty is to show you my threshold and explain my threshold for what I believe toxicity is. Because if I just sit here and grandstand the entire video that, oh, the Dead by Daylight community is not toxic, Flashlight Save is not toxic, Teabag is not toxic, Slugging is not toxic, etc., etc. I just say that they're not toxic, and then I end the fucking video. That doesn't really do anything, right? That doesn't explain my thoughts. So I'm giving like my threshold for toxicity so that you can understand like why I'm saying the things that I'm saying, even if you disagree with them, right? That wouldn't make for a very well thought out argument if I just say your shit is not toxic in your game, point blank, period. That wouldn't make for a well thought out argument, in my opinion. So you saying that it's a fallacy, like that doesn't really accurately apply to this, because I have to give like reasonings for why I believe something. I have to give reasons for why I believe that the Dead by Daylight community is not toxic. And the reasons I gave is because it doesn't rise to my threshold of toxicity, right? In Dead by Daylight, there's no voice chat, so that is also a major difference that helps avoiding toxicity. And still, Dead by Daylight is the worst one by far. That is insane to me. You think that Dead by Daylight is more toxic than Modern Warfare 2 back in 2009. That's what you think. That's fucking wild. So I need to see your reasoning for that. So you say that the reason is because at least in Call of Duty, 1 or 2 people cares per game compared to a 12 people lobby. Yeah, that's a stat you just pulled out of your asshole. 1 or 2 people care per game compared to a 12 person lobby. What stats did you run? Like, what fucking surveys did you run to come to that conclusion? That is a stat you pulled out of the absolute crack of your asshole. And Dead by Daylight is usually 1 person per match. Yeah, that's another stat you pulled out of your asshole. You pulled that shit straight from the crack of your asshole. What stat are you using to justify that? Right? Out of 5 people. What's that? Like, first of all, people not caring about Dead by Daylight, which I'm assuming you mean like they're throwing the game or whatever the fuck, that doesn't make your community toxic. Like, throwing the game is not really something toxic, right? Not really, because it doesn't harm anybody. It's annoying, it's an inconvenience, but it's not necessarily toxic because it doesn't hurt you. It does not hurt you whatsoever. And like, you know what? For the sake of this argument, I'll give you this. I'll for the sake, I don't fucking agree, because I just explained why I don't agree, but I'll give you this. Let's say that people throwing the game makes your community toxic. If you say that, you would have to, like, it would have to be an epidemic of people throwing the game like every single time you get into a lobby. Like, all the streamers you watch, you would have, if they're playing Killer or Survivor, there would have to be at least one person in the fucking game throwing a match every single game they play. For all the streamers, big streamers, small streamers, medium streamers. Also, it would have to be the same for me. So in all of my games, I would have to see at least one person throwing a match. Or majority of my games, I'd have to see at least one person throwing a match. I'd have to see that, right? And if you say that you see one person throwing a match every single game, or the majority of your games, you're full of shit. You're absolutely full of fucking shit. You are. You are. Because I can count on like one hand, not even one hand. I can count on one fucking finger the amount of times I've seen someone actively like throwing the game, like sandbagging people on purpose in the last 2 fucking years. In the last 2 years, I've seen one person like purposely try to sandbag somebody. One. And I've never seen, in the 5 years I've been playing Dead by Daylight, I have never seen anybody miss skill checks on purpose, miss fucking things on purpose, fucking go down. I've never seen this shit ever. I've never seen it. So like that is a nonsensical. Those are some nonsensical stats you pulled out of your asshole, and on top of that, your reasoning is fallacious in my opinion. Alright, next paragraph. Fuck, one of the survivors' strats is to tilt the killer enough to buy time while others do actual shit. If you try to hinder the enemy team while doing nothing to progress your team objective, is a toxic move, regardless of how viable a strat is. Bro, so let me understand this. Maybe make sure I'm understanding this. You are arguing that a survivor wasting a killer's time while the other survivors do generators is fucking toxic? My nigga, that is how Dead by Daylight works. One survivor takes the killer's attention away from the other 3, and they do fucking objectives so that they can get the fuck out. That's how Dead by Daylight works, bro. What the fuck? You're arguing that looping a killer is toxic. This is what I'm talking about right here. Like, the threshold that people have for toxicity is wild to me. It is absolutely wild. And you're saying that they're doing nothing to progress your team objective. Do you understand how important it is for one person to take the killer's fucking attention away from the other 3? Do you not understand how important that is? That is how objectives get done. How many fucking hours do you have in this game? Like, real shit. You have to have like fucking 10, 15, 20 hours to be saying some crazy shit like this. I'm not gonna say it's crazy. You have to have fucking 20 hours in this game to be saying things like this. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call the shit that you're saying crazy. You have to, like, there's no way in hell that you're an experienced player in this game. There's no way in hell. I refuse to believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Moving on here. Or using 4 flashlight on a killer to save someone. Imagine an esport Counter-Strike game where all they did was go pistol only / echo and spam flashes. That would be viable? Yes. Would it be toxic as fuck? Yes. You're making the argument that flashlight squads are toxic? If 4 people try to go for a flashlight save, that's toxic? Who is that hurting? Who is that bringing harm to? That is annoying as fuck. Obviously, I will concede that it is annoying. But flashlight squads are toxic? Really now? Flashlight squads. That's insane to me. And would that be toxic if in Counter-Strike they were going pistol only / echo to spam flashes? No, that wouldn't be toxic, bro. That's a play style. That's a play style. Completely legal within the bounds of the game. You're not exploiting anything. You're not cheating. You're not hacking. It's a play style. Completely legal. It's not toxic. It's not. It's just not. It's not fucking toxic. Is it annoying? Yeah, it can be annoying. Is it an inconvenience? Yes. Is it toxic? fuck no. A flashlight squad is toxic. This is fucking... This is very interesting. Third paragraph. Honestly, from my point of view, this game is actually not healthy for any state of mind due to how unreasonably triggering it can be. But then again, I like Postal too, so to each their own. Just accept that this 8-year-old game never fostered a healthy community, never ever. Okay, this is what's wrong with that statement. If you are fucking triggered, if you get triggered by Dead by Daylight, the things like flashlight clicking, flashlight squads, getting tunneled, getting slugged, getting camped, if that triggers you, you need to go outside and touch some fucking grass. And you need to stop playing Dead by Daylight. You need to take a break from it. If you're getting triggered. Or you need to just not play this game altogether. If play styles trigger you, if shit perks trigger you, if that shit... Ebony Morris, if that triggers you, you are just a soft person. You are as fragile as a fucking daffodil. And I'm not trying to fucking insult you, but I'm just speaking. I'm just telling you how it is, bro. I'm telling you how it is. You're fucking soft if Dead by Daylight triggers you. Real shit. There should be nothing about this game that triggers you. It really shouldn't. Outside of people telling you to go off yourself. If they say KYS in the chat. If they say KYS in the chat, maybe that can trigger you. I'll give you that. But if you like getting triggered from playstyles, there's a certain word I want to use. I'm not going to use it because I'm trying to be nice. But dude, you got to go outside, bro. You got to stop playing Dead by Daylight. You got to take a break from this fucking game. It's real shit. You have to fucking take a break from this game. Even from the times of the beta with the Trapper, this shit was happening, so I really do not know where you come from. Hoping to see the video so it clarifies. I will add something later if necessary. Have a good one. Hey, bro, this is the problem, man. This is the problem I have. I'm so fucking annoyed right now. I am 3 paragraphs into your comment, and you haven't even watched my fucking video yet. I'm trying not to lose my cool. You haven't even watched my fucking video yet, and I'm 3 paragraphs into your comment. And I understand you've gone back and you edit some things in your comment. It is what it is. But I'm 3 paragraphs in, and you haven't watched anything. What the fuck? That is so unbelievably annoying. Watch the video first before you leave a long ass comment like that. What the fuck? That's just annoying. All right, I'm sorry. I had to mention that. I don't hold anything against you. You seem like a pleasant person, but that is very fucking annoying. Watch the fucking video first before you comment, bro. Come on now. Okay, edit here. 1 minute, and as I predicted, he just started watching the video just now. What the fuck? This is a comparison fallacy and some semantics. I'm not really going to go back over that because I already responded to that point. Not taking the bait anymore. I promise you I'm not baiting you. I promise you I'm not. If I were actually baiting you with this video, then what I would have entitled it is something along the lines of, if you think the Dead by Daylight community is toxic, then you're just soft. I would have entitled it that, right? I promise you I'm not trying to bait you. If I was trying to bait you, the title would be a lot more incendiary than just the Dead by Daylight community is not toxic. That's not an incendiary title. That's just like me stating something, right? It's not trying to fucking trigger you or whatever the kids say now. Like, it's not trying to do that. It's just me stating something and backing it up with what I believe to be sound reasoning. All right, I promise you I'm not trying to bait you. Second one, 2 minutes. Dude, remove this video. Okay, sorry, no takes. You sound like a bad simp for the game. If you think that I'm a simp for Dead by Daylight, you really must not be too familiar with my fucking content. You really must not be. Like, majority of my content is like me calling out behavior for doing stupid shit. Like, a lot of my content is me raging at patch notes and raging at the game in general. If you think that I'm a simp for this game, you really aren't familiar with my fucking content. You for sure, for damn sure, don't watch my videos. But that's fair. This is the first comment you've ever left on my channel. You can only use semantics to defend the game, and even then you sound wrong defining toxicity as name-calling, cheating, and hacking, because losing on purpose is not toxic, because stalling a match is not toxic, because cutting a match short for no other reason than that you can is not toxic. Listen, bro, I'm not trying to defend the game. I promise you I'm not. Like, I'm just trying to argue that the Dead by Daylight community is not fucking toxic. I'm not trying to defend this community. I don't give a shit about defending this fucking community. All right, I really don't care about that. But, like, losing on purpose, stalling a match, cutting a match short, That's not fucking that doesn't hurt anybody, dude. That does not hurt anybody. Like, toxicity hurts people. My definition of toxicity, right? My idea of toxicity. This shit fucking hurts people, right? Telling people that they're retards, or calling people faggots, calling people niggas, right? Telling people to go off themselves. That shit hurts people, right? Cutting a match short, name calling. Okay, you know what, name calling. I'll put retard and all that shit into name calling, right? Stalling a match. That's not fucking toxic. The only thing that really can be considered toxic that you just named is fucking name calling, right? But this is the thing. Those things do not represent the entire Dead by Daylight community. They don't. And the way you'd be able to prove that this community is in fact toxic is you would have to look at all the streamers. You'd have to look at all the streamers, even the big ones, the medium ones, and the small ones. You'd have to look at my streams. I'd have to have anecdotal evidence, and you'd have to have anecdotal evidence, and you'd have to somehow prove that in the majority of my encounters in Dead by Daylight, the majority, like out of all the matches, the majority, more at matches than not, I'm encountering somebody stalling a match, cutting a match short, or helping the enemy team, right? Because you also said this, helping the enemy team. But you don't fucking encounter that. And are you talking about cutting a match short? Are you talking about people killing themselves on the hook early, or are you talking about a killer just beating the fuck out of you and annihilating your team? Like, what the fuck, bro? If you're talking about the latter, a killer just beating the shit out of you and annihilating your team, or if you're talking about like a group of gen rushing survivors, that is wild that you're gonna call that shit toxic, because that doesn't fucking hurt anybody. It really doesn't. Losing on purpose, once again, in my 5 years of playing this game, I can count on maybe one hand how many times I've seen someone intentionally throw the game. Maybe fucking one hand. And stalling, are you defining stalling as slowdown, or are you defining stalling as someone like teabagging at the exit gate? I'm gonna assume that I'm hoping that you're not defining stalling as slowdown. I really hope that you're not defining it as that. Maybe you're defining it as fucking teabagging at the exit gate. But that doesn't hurt anyone, bro. That doesn't. And if it does hurt you, you're soft. You're just soft. I'm sorry. Again, remove this video. This is wrong. I'm not gonna remove the video, bro. I'm not gonna do that. I cannot deal with this video. Sorry. He says I cannot deal with this videos. 5 minutes, 5 seconds. You know that Call of Duty and GTA have the same filters you mentioned here, right? So like he's referring to the fact that I mentioned that like Dead by Daylight has filters in their chat. No, Call of Duty and Modern Warfare 2 did not have any filters. They had no fucking filters whatsoever. In the PS3 and the Xbox 360s, you can send people unimaginable shit and you would not get banned for it, right? You could tell people that you're going to assault their sisters and their mothers in front of them while they were tied up. You would not get banned for that, right? There were no filters back then in Modern Warfare 2. In 2009, there are no filters. You could have dick in your clan tag. You could have gay in your clan tag. You could have fucking R-tard in your clan tag. Well, not really R-tard, because you only had 4 slots. You could have all kinds of crazy shit in your fucking clan tag, right? Even in going to Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1, you can make like emblems where a Ku Klux Klan member was hanging a black person. That's what you could do, right? There were no fucking filters back then in Call of Duty. So like you saying that there are filters is fallacious. You're mistaken. There are no filters in that game. Modern Warfare 2 2022 has filters, but that game came out in 2022, right? In GTA, GTA has text filters, but remember there's voice chat in GTA. There's voice chat. And you won't get banned for saying crazy shit on voice chat in GTA. They don't monitor that. Then you say, I genuinely feel sorry for you. I tried giving this video a chance. Well, I appreciate you for trying to give it a chance. I appreciate that. You know, even though I've said a lot of things you disagree with, I appreciate you for trying to give it a chance. I appreciate that. But you really shouldn't feel sorry for me, right? If anything, I should feel sorry for you because you're calling Dead by Daylight triggering, right? If a fucking $20 PlayStation Network game triggers you, a $20 Steam game, a $20 Xbox Live game, if this shit triggers you, playstyles, perks, I'm assuming killers, flashlights, If that triggers you, I feel sorry for you, bro. I can't really imagine walking through life being triggered by something as trivial as fucking Dead by Daylight. Alright? But anyway, I'm glad you watched my video, even though you disagree with me. I appreciate the comment. I did have to respond to you in video form because you said a lot here, and I wanted to get to what you said. But anyway, yeah, I enjoyed this comment. I hope maybe you watch my videos in the future. You probably won't because you shit on them because you probably fuck these videos. Hey, that's fine. But this goes out to anybody else. If you disagree with me, like on Dead by Daylight being toxic, I'm willing to get into a Discord chat with you and we can debate about it. You know, we can discuss it. Now listen, if we are going to do that, you need to keep the shit at like fucking 45 minutes, maybe an hour, maybe. I'm not about to be on here talking about Dead by Daylight for 3 fucking hours. I'm not about to do that. All right. So if you want to discuss this shit with me in my Discord on like video, you need to keep this shit succinct. All right. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. This was basically a comment counterattack. I am gonna do another comment counterattack for the other comments I got on this video, but I think this comment warranted its own fucking video. Anyway, I'm out this bitch. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Bye. Going.
I think I might pop my shit. Somebody can tell me that I'm him. The fuck around and put my whole city on my back. I carry that bitch like Jim, and I ain't gotta wear no mask. For a lot of these folks, I get on these dress and go dumb, and I go dumb. Somebody better tell these folks, goddamn it, I've been that dude. I think I might pop my shit. Somebody better tell these folks that I'm him. The fuck around and put my whole city on my back.